Hey guys, welcome back to Joco Outdoors. My name's Ken.
I'm Brian.
And today we're going to be barbecuing some belly.
Yep, we're going to have pork belly burn-ins. We're going to cube it up real quick. We're going to season it up. We're going to throw it on the grill. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to go like,
subscribe,
hit the notification bell.
Ring the notification bell. Ding, 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 ding.
Give us a big thumbs up and leave a comment below. All right, we thank you for tuning in and watching us. We couldn't do it without you. Couldn't do it without God first and foremost. Couldn't do it without you guys. So we're gonna cut this thing up into cubes. We're gonna cut it long ways first.
Long ways first, and then we're gonna make it in about 1 inch, 1.5 inch.
Probably about 1 inch cubes.
Yeah, 1 inch cubes. All right, so you're gonna start. Just come off 1 inch from the edge. Make you a nice line. Now, pork belly. If you haven't ever had pork belly, well, I guarantee you everybody in this world has had pork belly at some time, because that's where the bacon comes from.
Yep.
So, and this is not bacon, this is going to be something different. But this is basically, if you look at the side of this guy, you can see that's what you buy at the store, the bacon.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to cut all these in strips, and then we're going to bust these down into their 1 inch cubes.
Yeah, and I've watched a few guys cook some of this stuff, and I'm gonna take I'm gonna kind of combine between Meat Church Barbecue and How to Barbecue Right, Malcolm Reed.
Yep.
And Matt. So Malcolm cooked his on the what's this?
Great.
Yeah, cooked it on the grate. Look, my mind's drawing a blank. Cooked it on the grate, where Matt cooked his on the pan. Okay, so I'm just going to put both of them together. We have some drippings left over right here, and then once we put this in a pan, we'll pour the drippings over it on top of some of our barbecue sauce that we like, and put it in for a glaze. So,
well, the theory behind it is by putting the pan underneath the rack, you capture the juice that falls down,
right,
and it turns back into steam, keeps the meat nice and moist. But that's one thing about pork you don't have to worry about is it's not going to get dry. It's got so much fat content in it. That's one of the things I like about pork is the massive amount of fat content in it is helps it keep its moisture. All right, so we're getting down in this little chunk right here where it's not even anymore. So I'm going to kind of split this. This is going to be a thin 1 inch here.
Yeah, and once it gets a little thin like that, those will cook faster than your 1 inch cubes. So just kind of keep an eye on that. We're going to get out to the grill here in a few minutes. I've got the grill set between 250 and 265. We're going to cook these for about 2 hours. Get a nice good bark on it, good mahogany color on there. Then we'll pull them off. We'll put them inside a disposable pan, and try to put some glaze on there. Cook them probably about 45 minutes, maybe another hour. So we should be finished in about 3 hours, depending on how fast these cook. Maybe 4. It shouldn't take more than 4, but I'm pretty sure 250 to 265. We can have it done in about 3 hours.
Yep.
So
we're going to be seasoning this today with our Joco butt rub.
Yep.
So if you're interested in that, we're going to be putting some together. We're going to be probably selling that through our website.
Yep.
And you won't have to worry about getting it from somebody else because it's going to come directly from us. I'm going to take a little bit of this extra fat on here. So sometimes pork, especially pork belly, has a lot of fat in it. So we need to take this extra fat off. You want to leave some on there, but don't leave the big giant pieces because all that's going to do is make a mess. So we're going to move that to the side. And here's that little strip we're talking about. So I peeled it off. I'll go ahead and cube the rest of this up. So let me cube this up and we'll get back to you in just a second. All right, so we've got it all cubed up. All looking nice. So what we're going to do now, we're going to put it in a bowl. This is how we do it. So, this is how we do it. All right, so don't be stingy with the seasoning.
Yeah, be liberal with it.
Get on here, because we're going to try and we got to get every little nook and cranny covered on this thing. So I'm going to give it a good dusting. That smells good.
And this the Joko Outdoors butt rub. It's a sweet heat butt rub. Now we're also going to be using the Pit Boss Peach Blend wood pellets. I saw those at Walmart and I was like, peach. Should be pretty good on these pork belly burn-ins. So that's what we're going to use today, and I'm sure it's going to turn out great.
Good coverage.
Yep.
Good coverage. Right. So now we're going.
So we're going to put these out right here.
I'm going to throw these over here, and Brian's going to stack them.
I'll straighten them out.
He'll stack them, and I'll rack them. He'll rack them, and I'll whatever.
Shake and bake.
Do. Got a peanut gallery over there. Chipping in information.
I know.
And that's what your bowl should look like. You shouldn't have any residues seasoning in there. That's one of the benefits of doing it this way, is you make sure you get full coating on all the meat, and there's no leftover wasted of seasoning. All right, now this one was that little piece that was real thin, so what I'm doing, I'm going to roll it up into a little cinnamon roll thing looking, and we're just going to season it on all sides first, and then I'm going to roll it up. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of seasoning in there. Don't need a lot for this guy, but I'm going to get some in there anyway. Like I said, we're going to toss this around till all the seasoning is gone. I don't want to leave any seasoning in this bowl, because we have waste not, want not type situation going on here.
That's right.
All right, no seasoning. See that? Now I'm gonna roll it up, and the reason why I'm doing this is so this will cook similarly the same speed as the other inch cut meats. So there we go, all nice and set up on there. Look at that, man. Doesn't that look good?
Look.
Yeah, look a little bit close. Look at that, man. I'm telling you what, this is going to be delish.
So
I can hardly wait.
We're going to take this
one now.
Yeah. We're going to take this out there. We're going to throw it on the grill. We'll come back to you guys in about 2 hours. We're going to get it out there to the grill real quick, though, just to show you guys. All right. So let's get out there to the grill.
Okay, so got the grill set at 260, and it's been warming up for about probably 20 minutes or so. So it's all ready to rock and roll. Now, in this grill, you've got your fire pot over here, and you got your spot over here. So what happens, this is a kind of convection system. So it comes up, wraps around, come back around. So we want to set this on the non-heated side as much as possible. Now we're still over the fire pot, but by doing this, we're going to keep the heat consistent through the meat, so it doesn't cook more over here than it is over there. This is just one of the things we've learned through this process of using the Expert Commodore grill, is where the hot spots are and where the distribution of the heat is the best. And this is Brian's one. Mine, I'd have to move it over that way a little bit more because my hot spot's a little bit different than his. So that's one thing about pellet grills, and I've noticed that this is not just for this one. All pellet grills are the same. You got to find out where your hot spots are so you can appropriately put your meat where the thick pieces are and the small pieces are. So at any rate, we're going to put this on here, and we're going to leave this on. We're going to come check in about 2 hours, see what it looks like.
Show them the pellets.
Alright, so these pellets here, so this is the pellets that we use, the Pit Boss pellets. They're pretty much all the same, but I have noticed that the Pit Boss pellets are a little bit bigger than the other ones. And I don't know if that makes a difference on the auger process or not. I don't think so, but they smell really good. You can smell that kind of a peachy taste smell to it.
And we're gonna put a smoke tube in there too.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's one thing. When we come back in 2 hours, we got a smoke tube. We're going to take some of these pellets, we're going to put it in there. We're going to put it in there so we can get a lot more smoke in there. Because when you're cooking at this temperature, this is not a smoking temperature at 260. That is a cooking temperature. So anything below 225 would be your smoking temperatures, where you're going to get the most smoke into your meats. So we're going to put a tube in there at 260 to get the extra smoke that we wouldn't normally get just by cooking with this process.
All right, guys. So I'm going to show you this tube that we have, this smoker tube, and we're going to light it up real quick. I've got it sitting over here on the side. We've got it filled. You just put it in there to the side of everything, and it just starts smoking. Funny thing, the tube, the brand of the tube is called Amazing. Amazing smoking tube. All right, so we're going to use our lighter, our fire starter, and we're going to light this thing up. All right, so you can see right here, I've got it setting right here, and there is a, let me see if I can make sure everything ain't hot, too hot. Yeah, it's a little hot. I ain't gonna pull it out, it's a little hot. And it's only been sitting in there about 2 minutes. All right, so on the back side of it, there's a cap on the back side so you can fill this thing top side up and everything. So we're gonna just light this front side, and then it'll just smoke all the way to the back.
There you go.
And it should keep going. I'm gonna do a little bit more just to make sure. Alright, and we'll shut it, and that should smoke all the way down the tube. Once it gets to the end, you know, I mean, there'll be ash and stuff inside that tube, but that's gonna help keep the smoke over all that pork, okay? Because a pellet grill doesn't constantly smoke. It'll put pellets out, it'll smoke a little bit. Once that, you know, it'll smoke, and then it'll die down, and every so often the auger will push pellets in there, but it's not a constant smoke like if you had a you know, a log burning grill. So that's what this pellet tube does. It constantly gives it smoke, so you got a good smoky flavor in it. All right, so we'll see you guys in about 2 hours and see how good it is.
Scalpel.
All right, everybody, we're back. I want to show you some of these burn ends real quick. I mean, look at that.
Squishy, squishy. Squeaky, squeaky,
I mean,
squeaky.
There's, I just, telling you, man.
Where's that rolled up one? I was gonna look for it. Got,
I don't know where it rolled up.
got dropped up in here in this joint.
I don't know where it's at.
You can't even tell.
This thing smells good though. I know
Tell you
that. I might not have enough here. Me and Ken might eat all this.
Yep. Yeah, it's gonna be them ladies gonna have. They already ate big lunch, so they ain't hungry anyway.
Yeah, they're not too hungry. We've been saving our appetite for
I don't
this.
know where this joker went. Oh well.
That's all right.
It'll rear its head. All right.
Look. All right. So there you go.
So I did pour some honey on here. I jumped the gun a little bit.
All right.
I took some. I took about maybe 3 tablespoons of honey and kind of melted it down in the microwave and poured it over the whole entirety of the thing, and it's all dripped down into the very bottom of it. So.
And what we're gonna do with this, we're gonna get a good glaze on it.
Yeah. So
that's part of the reason why we're putting this honey on here. But we're gonna use our favorite
Grand Champion.
Redneck Barbecue Lab Grand Champion barbecue sauce. And me and Ken, we like some of their exotic stuff, you know, like the mustard sauce, Pop's mustard sauce. We like that stuff, but whole family likes this, so that's what we're gonna go with.
For now.
Yeah.
Until we get our own sauces being made, and then we might have to give them a run for the monies. But
so we're gonna yeah, there it is.
There it is.
So we're gonna pour some of this on there, and we're gonna mix it up. And then we're gonna get some aluminum foil and cover the top of it. We're gonna put it back in, just, you know, let it cook for maybe another hour. and let it glaze over. Maybe 45 minutes, but no more than an hour. Let it glaze over. Then we're gonna get this thing back out here. We're gonna see how it tastes.
Once again, about 3 tablespoons for a size of this size of a pork belly. You don't want to go too much sauce because then it just turns into a big mess.
Yeah.
We're trying to get a glaze, not a sobby mess.
All right. So we got that coated down with the barbecue sauce.
I like it.
All right, towel.
All right, so we got them all sauced up.
Wait a minute. One thing we
and
forgot.
we forgot to put yippins in.
We're gonna pour these drippings all over because I ain't gonna let this go to waste.
I want you to see. I don't know if you can see how soft this is coming out. Now this is a mixture of the grease and our seasonings has made this like almost like a syrup coming out of it.
Yeah, it just about is.
I mean that's insane.
That's one reason why I wanted to do this pan so I could get some of this stuff, man.
Yep.
All right. I could hold it there forever.
Okay. So now we've got honey, barbecue sauce, and drippings in here. And what we're going to do is we're going to cover it with another one of these pans.
And the reason we're going to cover it with another one of these pans is because I thought I had some aluminum foil.
We're aluminum foil.
I made a rookie mistake and didn't check before I went to the store. And but we're going to cover it with this pan right here. And we're going to cook it, let it cook for about another hour, maybe 45 minutes. And then
one thing I don't want to mention, I do want to mention while we're talking, is Brian and I are going to be going live.
Yeah. Next
Saturday. So that would be, let's see what today is.
That's going to be the 1st.
Yep. That'll be April 1st. So we're going to go live April 1st. And what about 3 o'clock?
Yeah.
Let's do about 3 o'clock. We're going to about 3 o'clock. We're going to go live. So what I want you guys to do is, if you have any questions that you want us to answer beforehand, put them in the comments in this video.
Yeah.
Ask your questions. That way when we come up on on the 1st, as we're waiting for everybody to join in, we can start answering some questions. And then I want you guys to ask questions as well.
Yeah.
And I want everybody to get into this. I want to see all of our viewers, all the people that are supporting our channel. I want y'all all be there.
Yeah. It's going to be a Q&A. And we want to give you guys recognition, answer any questions that you guys have. And if we don't have an answer for you at the time, we'll find an answer for you.
Yeah.
Ken, and that's one thing about Ken and I. We do a lot of research. So if you ask us a question and we don't have an answer, we'll find an answer for you. All right. Let's get this back out to the grill. We'll get back to you guys in about an hour.
By the way, we're going to put this out for about another hour. Should take about an hour for these things to glaze over and get a nice char on them.
And then we'll pull it back up and show you guys the final, do some taste testing, and go from there. All right, we'll see you in an hour.
All right, so we got the nice burnt ends done.
Let's bring these over here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna bring them
over. Put them over there so you can see don't spill the juice.
Nah, look at that.
Yummy, yummy.
Yeah, so good.
We'll get the beans back here, and it's screaming hot, so I'm not going to grab a hook of it because I want to keep my fingerprints for a little while.
All right, so total cook time was 3 hours.
Yeah, 3 hours.
About 3 hours was total cook time. I mean, these things turned out great. Look, my mouth's watering already. Yeah, let's.
Success.
Man.
Success. Okay, so
ladies gonna have to do.
So we have to go get some takeout for the girls because
it's not done till I try it.
All right. So these things turned out really great. Be honest with you, it was our first time ever doing this.
Yeah.
I think they turned out really good.
I mean, for a dish like this, it's super simple. And, it's not really complicated. I mean, all we did was cut it into cubes, put it on the smoker for 2 hours, took it off, put in some honey and sauce, put it back on there for another hour to get it nice and crispy.
The temp time was about 265 is what I kept it at. But I did put the smoke tube in there
Right.
And I really think that helped with the smoke flavor, because you can really taste that peachy smoke
sure
flavor
can, yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
I actually like those peach pellets. They're really good.
Yep.
So, you know, I mean, something simple. Hope it was simple enough for you guys to follow. You guys try it out yourself. If you've done this before and you've got any kind of pointers or anything, please put them in the comments below.
Or secret recipes.
Yeah. We're always trying to learn. We always want to learn more about this, you know, about barbecuing. We love barbecuing. We try to do it for God and our family and you guys and everything. But, you know, give it a shot. Try this and see how it turns out for you guys. And, you know, just get back to us and let us know. Don't forget about the live that we're going to do this upcoming Saturday at 3 p.m.
Eastern Standard Time.
Yep, Eastern Standard Time. Q&A, question and answer. Put your comments, put your questions down in the comments on this video so we can look over them, see what you got, and, you know, have the answers ready for you. But, you know, we're more than willing to answer the questions live as
no
well.
matter how crazy they are.
Right.
You know,
yeah.
You know,
And you know, don't forget about the website that we posted up.
Right.
You know, go to the website. You know, go check out the merchandise on there for you and everything. And you know, hopefully you'll like some of the stuff we got. You can get these great, awesome T-shirts on there, different colors. We like the orange. But you know, you guys go check it out. We thank God first and foremost.
Absolutely.
Because without Him, we could not do this video. We wouldn't have this food to do it with. We wouldn't have the grill or the camera or, you know,
any of this stuff.
Yeah, any way to get it out to you guys. We thank Him first and foremost. We thank you guys, and we love you guys. And remember,
This is God's country. Love y'all. We'll see you on the next one.